Welcome to the Any Key Video Show, the place and platform for indie creatives. I'm your host, Kenny Any Key Moore, and we're talking gospel music with a New York Choirmaster in this episode. My guest has a new single out, but before we start the show, would you do two things for me? First, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Coach_ANY, so you can check out other episodes of the show. Second, follow me on social media at Coach_ANY on X, TikTok, and Instagram. And on my music pages at KEbnY Collective on Instagram and Any Key Music, spelled capital ANY, capital KE, lowercase b, lowercase n, and capital Y. All right, my guest is backstage and ready to go, so let's start the show. Before my guest joins me to talk about his new single, let's take it back and check out a clip of one of his hits. Here's Danny Eason's Somebody Prayed For Me on Any Key Video Show.
Took the time. this one. Pray for me, say. Pray for me. Yeah.
Well, right now joining me is Danny Eason. He's originally from the Brooklyn, New York area, but now he's in Dallas, Texas. He's a musician, songwriter, producer, and international artist. He recently released a new single, Winner, so let's bring him on to talk about it. Danny, welcome to the show. Thanks for being on. How you doing?
Kitty, how you doing, sir? Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, I'm doing great, and it's a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you,
So listen,
sir.
man, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but let's get to it. So normally when someone's on with me for the first time, I always start the interview out with this question, and here it is. Tell me your earliest memory or the moment you fell in love with music.
Woof. Man, I was 5 years old. It all started 5 years old at my home church, Brownsville Community Baptist Church in Brooklyn, New York. I started directing the choir at 5, so I fell in love with it. I've been doing music ever since then.
Man, 5 years old directing the choir.
Yeah.
They have you like on a chair or on a stool or something like that?
Man,
Did they see
some
you?
of the choir members started complaining that they couldn't see me. So, so one of the deacons, Deacon Carter, I'll never forget it. Deacon Carter, he built me a box and he put a little carpet over it, and
Wow.
that was my box, and I was able to stand on that box. And till this day, they still got the box at the church.
Wow. Incredible.
Yeah.
That's great. That's right.
Yes,
So,
sir.
we took a little trip down memory lane and showed a clip of one of your hits. And so I want to get into that a little bit. So, what are some of your favorite memories of your first live recording with Abundant Life?
Whew. First live recording. I will tell you this: the place was jam packed. We had it in Brooklyn, New York. It was jam packed, lines all around the corner. So many people were there to support us, and it was a fresh energy, a new sound that was coming, and it was amazing. So that was a great night that we had, and every song. I mean, the people nearly stood up like throughout the whole recording session. So it was a concert, and it was a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah, man. Listen, once somebody prayed for me rang off around the city, that thing
Yeah.
just exploded.
Yeah, Somebody Pray for Me is it's a devotional song, and
Yeah,
Charles Minor, Professor Charles Minor, man, my friend, he rearranged that thing and he brought it to the choir, and man, when we sang it the first time in rehearsal, it was phenomenal, and we couldn't go nowhere without singing Somebody Pray for Me. They had us, we either had to open up with it or close the concert with that song. And it's been a big song. It's a classic song for me in the choir.
yeah, man. It's one of those songs that stands the test of time because it's got that New York bounce, it's got that New York pop.
All day.
So
Yeah.
so you know what I'm saying? So you can sing that anytime and people gonna get with it.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right. So Somebody Pray for Me, I would consider that to be a New York choir anthem, right?
Yes.
So give me your top 5 New York choir anthems.
New York choir anthems.
Yes, sir.
Woo.
Top 5.
Top 5. Okay. That's wow. Okay. Timothy Wright, Who's on the Lord's Side?
Okay.
And might I add, Trouble Don't Last Always with that. Bishop Hezekiah Walker, I'll Make It.
Yes, sir. Okay.
James Hall,
Yes,
God is
sir.
in Control.
Yes, sir. That's 4. Are you taking 2 for Timothy Wright?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 4. You got one more.
I would say another James Hall, King of Glory.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. That's a good list. Now,
Yeah.
only thing I thought that you might come, with Come Almighty King for Timothy Wright.
Come the Almighty King. Yeah. Well, these guys they had nothing.
Oh no, they got hits for days.
They got hits for days.
Yeah. So yeah, it's funny. I had Pastor David Wright on, and he was just telling me how the years that's going on and people are still singing his father's songs. I saw something on Instagram he posted that they still singing them songs to this day.
All these years later. And one thing about the late great Timothy Wright, he gave everybody a chance. But one thing people don't know, that I've been connected to Timothy Wright for a long time, ever since I was a little boy. When I was directing at Brownsville Community Baptist Church, he was the organist at one time.
Oh, wow.
He was the organist at one time. Charles Minor was the organist at one time.
Okay.
And also Bishop Jeffrey White.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Listen, man. Those are three big time organists when it comes to that organ. They could wear an organ now, all three of them.
And I was directing the children's choir at that time.
Wow, that's really cool.
So I grew up around them and just listening to them and going to their recordings and things like that. So I've learned so much from them.
Yeah, for sure. And you can hear the influence in your music.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, for sure. All right, I got another fun question for you.
Okay.
You're doing a concert at Madison Square Garden. All right. Give me the dream band of New York musicians. So you're hitting at Madison Square Garden, and you get to pick your dream band. You got keys, organ, aux, bass, lead guitar, and drums. You got one pick.
Oh my goodness. Drums. Give me Jeff Laz.
Okay.
Keys. Give me David Caton.
Okay. Not mad at that.
Bass guitar. Bass guitar. Reggie Parker.
Okay. Not mad at that. All great picks so far.
Organ. Give me Jules Bartholomew.
Okay.
Aux. Give me, and this guy could do it all. Give me Jawan Martin.
All right. And you just got lead guitar left.
Lead guitar. Lead guitar, that's a tough one. Give me Jonathan Dubose.
I'm not mad at that at all. That's a strong. Oh, that's strong. Yeah, you would tear MSG down.
Yes, sir.
With that band. All right, so we're going to take a quick break, and on the other side of this break, we're going to get into Danny's new single. So stay tuned. We'll be back in a minute.
Nelly's joyful treats. Cakes a pound, place your orders to eat.
All right, make sure you follow Danny's Joyful Treats on Instagram and Facebook, and place your orders so you can get that sweet taste of soul. All right, we're back with Danny Eason, and he's got a new single out called Winner. But before we get into that, we was talking a little bit backstage about your transition from New York. So you went from New York to Canada, and now you're in Texas. Talk
Yes, sir.
about the difference between living in New York, living in Canada, and now living in Texas. What led to the decision, first of all, to go to Canada?
Well, with Canada, I was scheduled to produce an album out there. I was writing for an artist, and they brought me in to produce her album. And so I got there for a couple of the rehearsals, and I flew back to New York, and I just heard the Lord say, I need you to make a change and leave New York, move to Canada, and I'll show you what to do from there. It was funny because when I first got to Canada, I was there maybe a month, and I left for a month to go to Japan. So
Oh, wow.
it was as soon as I got there, and then so when I got back to Canada, I started another chapter of Abundant Life in Canada, and we went on to travel everywhere, up and down everywhere in Canada. We did some stuff in the States as well, and I was there for 6 years.
Okay. Wow, that's interesting. And
Yep.
you go from New York to Canada because you heard God say
Yeah.
to go, and similar, very similar. You know, we talking backstage. I
Yeah.
moved from Jersey to Florida because God told me if I got here, He would meet me here, and that was 2012, and here
Wow.
we are. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Same
You
thing
got to
here.
trust the voice of God.
You gotta trust the voice of God. When it was time for me to move to Texas, the Lord told me, I want you to focus on the local church and your family. Because man, I was traveling every weekend. I was going somewhere and I was doing something, whether it was in the country or out of the country. I was constantly on the road. And I want to say for at least 10 years, I stayed back and just served the local church and took care of my wife and kids.
Yeah, 'cause that's your first ministry. So
First ministry. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And people don't understand that life on the road, man. That's a
Yeah.
grind.
It's a grind
And you
for
got to
sure.
sacrifice time with your family to to be out there and to
Yeah.
minister to all of
So
us.
so it's very difficult now for me to, when I do have to travel, I try to find ways to get where I'm going and try to make a 5-day trip. I try to narrow it down to a 2-day
I get it. So you get back home.
so I can
Yeah,
get back home.
I understand. I totally understand.
Yeah.
So man, let's get into the new single Winner. Tell me the
Yes, sir.
backstory on the inspiration of it and then how it came together creatively.
Man, I was actually in the car. I had I started writing that song maybe last year. Um, and I really didn't do anything with it. I was, you know how it is. You get songs and you just, oh, it's just another song. So I
Mhm.
kind of put it on the back burner, and I was working on some other stuff. And 2 months ago, everybody knows my mom passed away.
My
Um,
condolences.
yeah, my mom passed away 2 years ago. I mean, 2 months ago. Sorry, 2 months ago. And so it was. It's a very difficult time for me because I was, just dealing with grief. I didn't really want
Sure,
to,
sure,
didn't really want to do music and everything. And I'm still, still dealing with it. But
yeah,
every day gets better.
sure.
But I heard the Lord say to me, greatness can come out of grief if
That's
you
good.
if you include me in your pain.
Mm,
Greatness could come out of grief if you include me in your pain. And so my wife, she's like, man, you still could do these songs. It's still in you. You could get up and do it. And then one of my nephews at my mom's service, he pulled me to the side and he said, Unc, can you do this, do something for me, can you put out some more music? And
Wow.
yeah, and so it just lit a spark in me. And I heard the Lord say, now is time for winter. Now it's time for winter, because I actually recorded that song while going through grief.
Interesting.
So and
That's
so I had nothing to do with this. This is all God, because I mean, I wouldn't have been able to just go in and do, I didn't even want to finish writing the song and everything. So, but I always knew that just in my previous transitions, moves, and everything like that, when you hear from God and you listen and you be obedient, great things happen out of obedience.
absolutely.
Yeah,
And, you know, a lot of times in terms of when it comes to writing and when it comes to creating, it could come from one or two places, from a place of inspiration or a place of pain,
yeah,
you know? So, and it's sometimes the greatest songs come from a place of pain. So,
yes, sir.
you know,
This was definitely from from that place, of pain. And I received a prophetic word back in January of this year, that I was going to have an impact on the next generation. Um,
wow,
when I got that prophetic word, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know how it was going to come about. And so that was in January. And 2 months later, my mom transitioned. And then here we are 2 months later, I released the single Winner.
yeah. And,
Yeah.
like when we was talking, it has that trap vibe to it. Talk
Mhm.
about the direction and what made you decide to go in that direction with the music.
Um, I felt it was an aggression. It's the aggression and the grit. I didn't want I didn't want uh, to come from a soft place. I wanted to be stern in the message.
Okay.
Um, I wanted to be stern when people hear it. I wanted those lyrics to penetrate something within them, to let them know you could be dealing with loss, you can be dealing with pain, you could be dealing with um, disaster. If you really know who you are, you can overcome all of it. And that's what winners. That's who winners are. We're people who, you took some L's before. You experienced some losses, but you didn't you didn't allow those losses to dictate uh, your life. You overcame them and you kept going. So we got here by staying true to the call that's on my life. You don't get a calling on your life and then he takes the calling away.
That's right.
Certain things can happen, and it can cause some time to go by. But I still believe, like, even in the time that he has you away from things, he's preparing you for something greater. And I
Yeah.
think, and I know that's how I got to this point with Winner. Winner is not a regular song that I would normally write, actually.
No, no, no. That's definitely when I heard it, I was like, wait a minute. This don't
Yeah,
sound like Danny Eason. This is
that's
this is different. This is a
yeah,
different sound. But
yeah,
it's
that's
a
that.
cool and it's a fun sound though. So I
Yes,
was like, I'm with it. Let's go.
yeah, and that was my way of just reaching not only my generation and even the generation that was before me, but just thinking about the generations to come after me. And when I got that prophetic word, I that's the one I said, Lord, how's this gonna happen?
Hmm.
And then that's when he told me, work on Winner, release Winner. And the feedback that I got so far, and the song has only been released 10 days now. But the feedback that I got is simply amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, nah, again, it's a cool vibe. It's a fun vibe. It's
Thank
one
you.
of those songs that in the summertime you got the windows down that you blasted out your speakers and everybody going, feel it. So, and
That's
then
the
you released
vision.
it at the perfect time. Yeah, perfect. Yeah,
That's the
for
vision.
sure.
That's the vision.
Yeah, no, I can see that for sure. So
Thank
shout
you.
out your collaborators and anyone who helped with the production of the song.
No, it's no, that's all me. That's all my different programs that I used,
Okay.
brought it all together. There is a young man that's out here in Texas named Terry, who he has a great studio setup. And so I went in with him and I took him everything that I had with the programming and everything that I used. And he just put it through some of the stuff that he had. And
Add
this
a
is
little more
this is
sauce
it.
to it.
Yeah, this is it.
Okay, so this is man. This is a Danny Eason exclusive. Everybody, put your hand on everything. That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
Cool, man. So as we get ready to wrap up, tell me what's next for you, and then tell my audience how they can connect with you on social media.
Okay. Well, what's next is I'm going to continue to put out music because um, when you're creative, there's so much stuff that that God gives you, and um, anytime He tells me to release something, because I'm constantly writing. I've been in the season of just I'm continuously writing some songs. I'm bringing some songs that I had years ago that I didn't do anything with them. They were never recorded, so I'm looking at doing some of that stuff and just trying to put out great music for people to enjoy and to see smiles on people's faces again.
Yeah.
To bring hope back to people
Yes.
and some joy. We need some more joy. There's a lot going on, and I just feel like Winter will be one of those songs to just get you pumped up for your next level. And so people could get in touch with me. I have Instagram, Danny_Eason. And the same thing is with my Facebook is Danny Eason. And they can get to me and send me messages, connect with me, and I'll reach back out.
Absolutely, I can attest to that because I reached out to him on Instagram and he got right back to me, and here we are tonight.
That's what I do, man. If you find me and you want to connect, we could connect.
That's what's up. So, actually, just out of another question,
Yeah.
will there ever be an Abundant Life reunion?
Woo. I get asked that question a lot, and honestly, I really want to make it happen. I really want to make it happen. So yes, it's in the works, and hopefully we can get it done and bring everybody back. Bring it back to New York and get
Yeah,
everybody to come in and
bring
make it
Canada,
big.
bring the Canada chapter, bring New York, and just bring
Everybody.
everybody together. Oh, that would be so much fun.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're putting it out there. Though. We're putting it out there in the atmosphere, and the Lord of, if it's meant to be, the Lord of favor it and put His hands on it, and
Yes,
we'll
sir.
see it come
I
for
received
sure.
that. I received that. Thank you.
All right, so man, Danny, listen, like I said, when it's a dope vibe, and I think you got something that's gonna really bring off this spring and summer. So all the
Thank
best
you.
with the single, and
Thank you so much.
your music has a home here on the Any Key Video Show. Anytime you have anything that you wanna come on and promote, you're more than welcome.
Thank you so much, Kenny. I appreciate you. And thanks for having me, man. And blessings to you as you continue to do what you do.
I appreciate that. Take care.
Take care.
All right. All right, that was Danny Eason, and that's going to be it for this episode of the Any Key Video Show. I want to thank Danny again for joining me. If you have any questions, comments, like your brands and services to be advertised and promoted on the show, or if you want your video to be featured on the show, send an email to KANMmusicPUB@gmail.com. Again, that's KANMmusicPUB@gmail.com. You can become a patron on my Patreon page. Just go to patreon.com/ANYKENY to get exclusive access to new content and free show merchandise. Or you can order your merchandise at the online store, which is KANMcollective.threadless.com. Again, that's KANMcollective.threadless.com. Shout out to all my patrons and people who have ordered merchandise. I really appreciate your support. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at Coach_ANYKENY and follow me on social media at Coach_ANYKENY on X, TikTok, Instagram, and on my Instagram music page at KANM Collective and my Facebook music page, Any Key Music, which is spelled capital ANY, capital KE, lowercase b, lowercase n, and capital Y. So until next time, be positive on purpose.